Shitty parents raise shitty kids. Those shitty kids grow up to be shitty adults. Those shitty adults are called liberals. Sean Feucht, a Christian singer, is being attacked by the liberals in Canada for doing nothing more than singing worship songs. A short clip from the embarrassment that is the CBC.
Quebec City has canceled the show of American musician Sean Feucht. The singer is a prominent figure in the MAGA movement, which has created problems on his North American tour. Charlottetown, Moncton, Gatineau, and Ferguson's Cove, Nova Scotia have all revoked his permits to perform. The regions say that the measures were made due to safety concerns. Rowan Kennedy has more.
Quebec City has canceled the upcoming show of a controversial Christian musician. Sean Feucht was scheduled to play on July 25th at Expo Cité. The city, which owns the venue, says the presence of the artist was not mentioned in the contract, so now it's been terminated. Feucht is closely aligned with Trump allies and has spoken out against abortion and 2S LGBTQ+ rights. The news comes after mounting pressure from opposition parties in Quebec City and community groups who promised to protest outside the venue.
They want to spread extremely conservative religious messages to the population here in Quebec. We think Expo State took the right decision. They couldn't take another decision. I think they must be more vigilant next time.
The cities of Charlottetown and Moncton revoked permits for Feucht's shows after public outcry. So did Parks Canada in Halifax. All of them citing safety and security considerations. Here's Feucht reacting to the news in a video posted on social media.
This is the classic playbook of the media, of the anti-Christian bigots out there that hate Christians, that hate worship and prayer. This is the same exact place where people gathered for a Pride event last week, but now they're not so tolerant when peaceful Christians want to come together.
One author who studies Christian movements says Feucht will use the attention created by the canceled shows to garner support and money.
And I think it's one thing to say we have a set of security concerns about this. I think once public officials begin making value statements that might be very laden with politics, I think that does play into Feucht's hands, because then he can say, see, they're applying a different standard to me than they're applying to other groups.
Feucht found another venue near Halifax owned by a religious group to perform at instead. There's no word of that happening near Quebec City. The promoter for the event, Burn 24/7 Canada, did not respond to a request for comment. Rowan Kennedy, CBC News, Montreal.
It's such trash reporting. You can't even call it news because it isn't. It's government propaganda. They throw in MAGA because, of course, Trump derangement syndrome spread to Canada. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it. Trump has done more for Canada by accident than Mark Carney ever will. The tariffs suck, but Trump is pointing out all the flaws in the Liberals and punishing them for not fixing what's wrong. He wanted Carney as PM because he's weak, and that's exactly what we are seeing from Mark. Now I'm going to jump into a few posts from X. So we have Sean Feucht on the left being attacked and fined for singing in church, and the others on the right who preach about hate, deleting people while blocking the streets, and the police are protecting the ones that are breaking the law, only in Canada. This Montreal church was fined $2,500 for not having a permit. Of course, this is BS. You don't need a permit, but all rules, policies, and laws go out the window if you're a Christian or you have different views than the Liberals. How did we even get here? We've allowed mental illness to take over our freedoms in this country. It's sick and it needs to stop. It seems everything that comes out of the CBC is just lies, twisted to fit their narrative. It's so pathetic. How they post stories calling Sean Feucht a mega superstar, a mega musician. Our tax dollars pay these idiots to spew this garbage. It reminds me a lot of when I was younger. Not sure if it's still around, but there used to be the National Enquirer. You know, they take these stories, they turn them into something that's completely made up and ridiculous. Everyone knew it was fake, but it was presented in a way that looked real.